Come on. Alright, there we go. Hi, Internet.
Hey.
Hello,
We're
Internet.
playing Dungeons and Dragons, and I'm going to mute myself real quick and send this link to somebody.
It's important.
Alright.
Got it.
So, welcome back, Internet. We took a break last week, so that means this week's going to be extra dramatic.
Oh god.
Oh.
Yeah, you're all going to die. The campaign's actually ending this week.
Yeah.
Oh, okay,
I'm
that
gonna
makes
just,
sense.
just
die.
straight up, that's it. The story's not going to reach a conclusion. You're not going to get any of your personal story
All
arcs
those loose
completed.
ends won't be tied up.
Yeah, you just
We'll be
you
really
die
upset about everything.
and I'm here to tell you tonight actually that I'm going to be bringing in a bunch of new players.
Oh.
Yeah, like a whole new group. You guys are just out. Sorry.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, things happen, right?
Rude
Yeah.
as fuck.
Cat.
The cat doesn't approve.
Yeah, that's a cat of disapproval. In all seriousness, though,
She's like, look at my butt.
yeah, that's what she thinks of it. Stare at my ass.
So pretty.
So, okay, to recap from last week, very briefly, you heard a rumor about, or less a rumor, more just being told that there was a recent earthquake in the outskirts of the town of Lirio, and you decided to go investigate. Upon doing so, you found that the swamp that was probably like the second place you guys ever went to was now more or less drained. You used this opportunity to go board the shipwrecked ship, I guess. I can't think of the proper word. That Laffy kind of grew up wondering about. Within you found a bit of treasure, but really nothing of great consequence. From there, you proceeded down into the temple that had recently arisen from the bottom of the swamp. You opened up the temple, and within saw a few things that kind of drew your interest. First, or most importantly, you saw an image of Lottie's mentor, Fritiol, better known to the group as the Lich, or the big bad evil guy, conversing with some kind of unseen entity, and gaining the knowledge to perform the deed that he performed to turn into a Lich, in exchange for opening some kind of gateway and basically fucking over your home plane. From there, a portal to Sigil reopened, kind of beckoning you guys back to the City of Doors, where surely there would be more information about this. You emerged within the library, and there you had a bit of trouble learning much. Mist, you did inquire about your symbol, where you learned that it is kind of the symbol of learning and questioning. And you guys, again, didn't find a whole lot in the library, or as far as I can remember.
Yet.
And you ran into a particularly nasty librarian that I'm pretty sure Mist has vowed vengeance against for just being a mean keeper of knowledge.
Not.
Yep.
There are reasons.
Yeah,
So many
okay.
fucking reasons, man.
And that's where we're gonna pick up. You guys are still within this library that it is tall and large, and you guys are at what constitutes what you assume to be a front desk. You saw it the first time you came in. You're seeing it again, and you're left there more or less alone at this point.
Didn't we all split
yeah.
up to look for
we
stuff?
were gonna look for various
Right.
things in the library.
That's right. So yeah, then you guys split up. Who's searching for what then?
I don't remember.
I don't remember either.
I don't remember either.
I know what Mist is searching for.
All right, what are you searching for, Mist?
Okay, well, like, she probably sent Vathan with Laffy, because Laffy would probably be the most benefit to her if known where she was. But yeah, Mist. She probably asked everyone before they went what they're looking for, so they don't, like, double up on anything. So if we want to figure out that right now, because
I'm pretty sure Mist was the one. Yeah, I'm pretty sure Mist was the one who was like, "We need to find these things," and everyone was like, "Okay, well, let's split up and look for them."
Yeah. Mist is gonna look for stuff on what's his name? Ravensrim Tysonlar, the guy with that supposedly has the symbol. She's gonna look for stuff. Yeah. She's gonna look for stuff on the unknown, and she's also gonna look for stuff on that which waits. What they were gonna look for otherwise was like stuff about souls, like how they kind of work. If they already know they can be used as a source of power, but besides that, like what happens when they're trapped somewhere and slowly going to another plane, like
that was what Laffy was.
Stuff about
Yeah,
liches, just like general stuff like that. There was also the three magi, which were depicted in
That's
the
what
ruins.
Ren was gonna go look for.
Yeah, and I don't know about Bran.
I don't remember.
Bran, who do you want to go
Got
with?
that sword.
Yeah, you do have that sword.
Yeah. Is Brad just gonna sit in the corner and talk to his sword?
Okay.
No.
No,
Is that
no,
what he was
no.
gonna do?
No.
No, I think
He'll probably.
He was though. He was originally like, "Well, I'm gonna stay here,"
Yeah.
and they were all like, "You fuck, go look at books."
he could go
Um,
look up the sword.
He could. Yeah, he might actually do that. He's gonna go look up like.
There's also the
Anything
Astral
on-
Sea. What else? There's demons.
Okay, he might have left to go look up something about like the astral sea or something, but then he probably ended up just looking up stuff about talking swords.
Okay.
Fair.
Ren, what did you go look? Oh, Ren, you went for the three
The
magi.
three magi. Yeah.
Okay. So, correct me if I'm wrong. Mist, you are looking for information on Reviserum, the Unknown, and That Which Waits. Vathan and Laffy are looking for things relating to souls, how they power magic primarily.
Yep.
Ren, you were looking for something about the three magi. Bran, you went looking for something on the Astral Sea, but you got bored of that and decided to go, okay, why does my sword speak to me?
Why is my sword speaking to me, and why was it just sitting in that ruin apparently waiting for me? I gotta figure
Yeah.
something out.
Okay, so... trying to think. Alright, Mist, we're gonna start with you.
Oh boy. Oh god.
How do you want to go looking for things?
That's a good fucking question.
Are you going to look for some librarians around, or are you kind of going to trust your instincts and your intrinsic knowledge of books? Or just kind of start looking shit up, you know?
I mean, maybe both. I mean, she fucking has been around books a lot. She kind of knows how that goes. She's paying attention to her tentacles if they want to go in a certain way, or if her intuition leads her a certain way, or if she sees any fucking symbols besides on the ceiling.
Okay.
But if she sees a librarian or something, she won't not ask either. So she's just doing everything right now. She wants to find the shit, man.
Okay. Do a perception check first and foremost.
A
This is going to be you just kind of looking around, trying to catch kind of whatever you're looking for without having to speak to anybody first.
Okay, wait. Let me
Your antisocial tendencies are kicking in a little bit.
perception check. Let me see. This is different now.
It is.
27.
All right. So you've gone wandering a little bit, and you're just keeping an eye out for things, using what you remember from the last time you were sort of here. And you do happen upon a section, rather extensive section, upon the founders of Sigil. From here, make an investigation check.
Oh boy. Investigation. What is that? Alright, okay. Fuck!
Well-
So you've got the
God
sense
damn
that what you're looking for is probably around this area, but there's just so many books that you're unable to pull out anything in particular. You actually spend like 15-20 minutes pulling down books, leafing through them, and you don't find anything referring to Reviserum, nor the Unknown, but you do see something that just says That Which Waits, is the source of knowledge. It doesn't say anything else. So from there, we're gonna hop on over to Laffy.
Okay.
Are you going to use your dog powers, or Saint, I guess, since Saint is your therapy dog, essentially? Are you going to try and sniff out these books, or look for a librarian to ask, or how are you going to go looking?
That's a good question.
Yeah, I know.
Luffy
Asking.
looks down at herself, and she's prestidigitation to herself clean today. But then she looks at the animals that she has, and she thinks, like, maybe talking to a librarian isn't a good idea, so she's gonna investigate this library. She's doing it in an investigative manner.
Perception. You can't investigate a whole library. That's not how
Yes,
that
she
works.
can.
No, not
I mean,
no.
she
fucking
could,
me.
but we'd be here for a long time.
You're pretty sure that you would like die. Your children would die. Their children. Your whole lineage would be gone by the time.
Luffy is never gonna have kids, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah. Then yeah.
10.
Okay. Thankfully, you catch on rather quickly that Souls is actually kind of a popular thing about books, or a popular subject. It seems like it's been written a lot about. You don't find a section, you find like 4 walls.
Mm.
Damn.
That you pull down a few, and they all have like treatises on the workings of the soul, on magic and souls, on breaking the barrier with souls. Make an investigation check now.
Thanks.
Yeah. You found your section.
I know. But at what cost? 14.
So the book that catches your attention in particular is Souls and the Breaking of Barriers. As you read through it, you kind of come to the understanding that souls have not traditionally been used to fuel most magic, as they contain a lot of power, and when you use them, they are consumed. They no longer return to the everlasting cycle that is what the astral sea is made out of. Thus, it is used as like a last resort. But it has been known to have enough strength to basically break any barrier and even rip tears through time and space. Ren, your turn.
Okay.
Are you just gonna surf Finley down the library again and hope for the best?
Oh my god. Oh my god.
I mean, are there librarians within like eyesight?
Yeah, you do see.
Oh.
Yeah, you see a Genasi nearby. You can't really tell which type it is, but you know, they don't.
Ren's gonna be
Isn't
like,
that guy.
Ren kind of like walks over them completely silently and then taps him on the shoulder.
He turns around and just. As you get closer, you do see that he is a water Genasi. His
Okay.
hair is kind of flowing, looking slightly blue, and he's kind of damp to the touch. But when you pull your hand away, it's like he's not wet. He just feels kind of damp. It's really weird. You don't like it.
Okay.
Um,
Magic.
he,
Ren
he
wipes
smell-
her hand on her shirt anyway.
He smells like the sea, though.
Okay, Ren appreciates that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he looks back at you and, yes.
I'm looking for literature on 3 mages that would have gone to another plane a while ago, but the plane was closed. So
Fred, there's a title for it.
they're called the 3 Magi. And I mean, the world is called, I don't remember the name of the world because I'm an idiot. So therefore, Ren doesn't remember the name of the world because she's an idiot.
That is the name of our world.
Wanda.
Oh, okay.
He just gives you this look and... You're describing a lot of individuals. And by a lot, I mean a lot.
Red, oh my god.
Ren kind of like puts her hand on her face. She looks back at Finley and she's like, "Do you remember the name of our world?"
Ren needs a phone a friend option.
She's
Mason
not
should've
good with
gone
trivia,
Red.
man.
Yeah, I've not given you guys any long distance communication.
Fine.
Hang
But the
on,
librarian
hang
points.
on.
Okay.
Hang on,
Okay.
I might have a thing. Hang
Okay.
on.
Why is
Wait
my
a
voice
minute.
cracking? This is terribly embarrassing. Do I have any more money?
Wait.
Nope.
Alright. There is potentially a spell for this that Ren has,
Oh.
but
well then.
it depends on the distance. Because I don't remember the distance. I don't remember if you have to be looking at them.
What's
Is
the
it
what's the
message?
spell called?
Oh yeah, okay. Within range 120 feet, and you have to toward a creature. She doesn't
Yeah.
know where.
Okay.
Yeah, okay.
Try, just
Maybe like Mr. Laffy or like a floor above or a floor below her. You know.
Just
Yeah, I
just
mean,
yell
you
really
are-
loudly.
You are free
You know
to
what?
use
Yeah.
this.
You
It's
know what?
Red.
You know what? Yeah. Ren turns around. She's like, just a minute. And then she turns around and she cups her hands, and she's like, I'm not actually gonna yell, but she's like, Laffy! Mist! Can you hear me?
Do either of them hear
Yeah.
her?
You both hear her.
From across the library, you hear, "What?"
Yeah.
What's the name of our world?
Vathan flies from Laffy's shoulder up to see if Vathan can see Ren. 'Cause
Yeah.
Vathan's...
Uh,
Okay. Vathan goes to Ren.
Through Vathan's eyes, you suddenly get the sense that this space is weird here.
Oh,
Um,
interesting.
yeah, it's.
She notes that the space is weird, and Vathan flies down and with Mist voice like perches on Ren's shoulder, and with Mist voice is just like Anda.
Ren turns back around. Like she hadn't just been like yelling at the top of her lungs in the library, and it's like Anda. Because all this Anda.
First, you're supposed to be quiet in the library, so don't do that again.
I'm quiet now.
Vathan flaps his wings and smacks Ren in the face before taking off again.
I see the Raven agrees, right? Well, I don't know anything about that particular plane, but I can point you towards the A's. The
Also
planes
locked-
that begin with A's.
I got that.
Okay.
But also locked realms.
Okay, I can do that. The locked realms that begin with A. Right. Step a little bit closer.
Ren gives him a look like, are you coming on to me?
I'm going to teleport you. It's trust. It's my job.
Ren's still looking at him like
Fine, fine.
she kind of she shuffles closer. She's like, okay.
He reaches out and touches you, and you feel a somewhat familiar tingle of arcane energy spark through your body, and instinctually you close your eyes, and when you reopen them, you don't see the Genasi anymore. You do see that you're kind of in like a small chamber. There is an obvious there is no obvious door, but there's a little circle with a symbol etched onto it, not any particular symbol that you can recognize. And
Ren is
you
like
are surrounded
thinking
by
to
books.
herself like, I've been put into a book room. I'm going to be trapped here forever. And then she starts looking through the
Okay,
starts looking.
investigation check.
Oh my
Alright.
god.
Oh, nice.
Oh,
Damn.
Damn.
If
So,
only.
so you do the equivalent of no, you don't even do the equivalent. You close your eyes and spin around, and you just point your finger and you open your eyes, and you walk straight in the direction that you pointed at. And it seems like you pointed at a very specific book, so you walk over and pull it off the shelf, and immediately, on the cover, it says The Lost Histories of Anda.
Oh my fucking
Wow.
god.
Ren is like, yes.
Well, that's convenient.
So flipping through the book, you actually take some time to comprehend this, which is a little shocking for you, admittedly.
Yeah, well.
You feel yourself get a little smarter, but not much. Not enough to give you a stat increase, is what I'm saying.
Okay, yeah. A little smarter.
Yeah. So you're reading through it, and there is mention of 3 magi that sacrificed themselves to make a barrier made out of souls around the plane. It doesn't necessarily say why, it just says that the Hua were running from something. And they sought refuge on Anda because it was a lesser-known plane at the time. And it seemed like the plane was going to fall before the 3 magi created this barrier of souls around their plane. And you go on to read a little bit more, and you see the history of the Hua, and it mentions that they are kin to the they're the kin to humans, a slight offshoot due to their technological superiority and higher form of ingenuity. And it mentions that they are travelers and frequently traded with other planes to add to their own technological collective.
Brilliant.
Ren
And
lost
that's where the
that
book
gene
ends.
somewhere.
Fuck. Okay,
Ren-
so yeah.
Ren actually sits down and she takes some notes.
Hey.
I'm not going to take notes because I know Das is already taking notes,
Yeah.
but
Yeah, that's
those
fine.
notes will be equivalent to Ren notes. So make them really messy and poorly spelled,
Okay.
because we all know that Ren can't spell worth shit.
All the C's are turned into K's. Even the ones that like don't make sense,
Oh,
like
Lord.
church, it's like church.
I mean, Ren, you could always just bring the book with you. Just saying, you know.
Oh yeah, it is a lot. Well, but
Yeah.
it's a restricted room. She doesn't know. Well, she tries to leave with the book.
Ren, come on.
Okay, no. Do you just get up? Like, how do you try
Yeah,
to leave?
She goes to stand on the circle because she's not that dumb.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Walk over to the circle. You look around for a second. Nothing happens. You lift a foot and stomp it experimentally, and that's when it lights up with this bright blue
Oh.
light. And once again, there's
There
that
we go.
familiar tingle. You close your eyes. Instinctually, when you reopen them, you are at the front desk again.
She
Okay.
did it.
With the
She
book?
Yeah, with the book.
Okay.
all right. She goes and she sits on the desk as she waits for the others to return.
Okay. And that leaves us with Bren. So the section on talking weaponry is actually very easy to find because it is a rather small one, and thus it is actually more well defined. It's not like tucked away. There's just not a lot of books. It's like there's not a lot, so you can find it easier because it's not buried anywhere.
Mhm.
And you find the section quickly enough, and you just start pulling books down because, again, there's not many, and you don't need to really look very hard. Because, again, you were looking for things on the astral scene, you're like, I've grown up here, whatever. I know what it is!
Of course.
Of course.
Yeah, so you start looking for books on talking weaponry, and you do come across something that mentions sentient weapons. And there's a list of known sentient weapons. And you're flicking through there, and there's like Gore Carver. Just I can't think of any names right now, so fuck it.
I'm sure Gore Carver has a pleasant personality.
Yeah.
Yes, the sentient weapons,
yeah.
Gore Carver,
And-
and friends.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, you go down the list, and eventually you find something called the Outsider's Blade. And you're just like, hey, that's what the sword called itself. So it gives you a little like reference number. You like holding the book in one hand, you look for it, you pull down that book.
A reference number. Am I gonna have to call someone?
No, it's like the I forget the name for like the library numbering system.
Card catalog thing.
Yeah, but there's like an official name for it. It's basically like it's like a card catalog, but it has like the number and the you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
And you find it because again, not many books. You pull it down, and you read through it a little bit, and it takes you a while to find something on the Outsider's Blade. And the entry itself is very short, and all it says is it is a blade that was lost to time at an outside plane, and it frequently spoke of waiting for its bearer to arrive. And based on the name alone, people kind of hypothesize that it was not meant for something native to whatever plane it found itself on, or else it wouldn't be called the Outsider Blade.
Uh-huh.
And there's not much else on it other than the fact that it was frequently used by warriors who would sing songs to inspire their allies within combat. And from there, the entry tapers off. There's, there are people writing down, like, where did it go? And it's pretty clear they never figured it out, especially since you're holding it at this point.
Bran just looks down at it and he's like, well, I figured it out.
You did it, Bran. You did it.
Yeah.
At this point, Bran probably just closes the book and he's like, well, that wasn't totally useful. Oh well.
Oh my god.
Okay. And that's all you find.
Mhm.
So you've all found your stuff.
I mean, Mist is probably gonna keep looking. Mist is just she's probably gonna need to be the one that they all find because
Okay.
Because it's a mist.
yeah.
Mist, you are having a hell of a time finding specifically what you're looking for. You're just getting so distracted by everything. It's
She
just
she might
overwhelming.
ask someone honestly at this point if she can see them anywhere.
This is me saying it's too
Yeah.
late.
I know.
Okay.
Fluffy
Still
finds
tried.
Ren at the desk, and Luffy looks at Ren, and she's like, "We're never getting Mist out of here unless we fucking drag her out."
Yeah, probably not. Ren hands over the book and she's like, look, our world has a named book.
Oh, that's weird. Don't know how I feel about this. And Luffy just starts leafing through because, that's who she is. Have to lift my hands up to better pantomime because the camera can't catch it.
Yeah.
All right. So you're just leafing through.
Yeah, and she's like,
You don't
"You
catch
saying
any.
something about ships in the Astral Sea, Sahua?
What?
Just ships in the Astral Sea. It says that they are technologically advanced. Sort of said just flying through the stars."
Because I'm pretty sure that implies the, whole human empire on top of a volcano full of technological advances on our world that no one else
Oh,
has.
yeah. But, I don't know. What if they're just not all on Undella? I mean, don't put all your eggs in one basket. That's how you die. Especially on top of on top of a volcano. Saying that with my accent is very hard. I have lots of issues.
I mean, I think the interesting part is that they built a barrier of souls around our world, which explains why, souls don't go anywhere.
I guess. Yeah, I was reading about that. You can use souls to make barriers, but all the souls go extinguished, which means that there's just a bunch of effectively dead souls swimming around our plane.
That's unsettling.
Oh my god, Veg, you come.
Brand just walks up.
Ren was like watching him come up behind Laffy, and she's just like,
Yeah, it is. It is unsettling, much like you when you sneak up behind me.
Brand just shrugs. Maybe you should be more aware of your surroundings. I wasn't sneaking at all.
Nathan lands on Laffy's shoulder and caws.
wonder if that's a cue that we should retrieve Mist from the bowels of this library.
Nathan caws again.
Maybe, otherwise I fear we'll never get her out of this room.
So you guys head off to go find Mist.
Yeah.
Vathan sort of leads, but you can tell Vathan is just like, God damn it.
Yeah.
In a shocking display of independence, you see that Vathan is not happy about what's happening with Mist.
I mean, that's a lot of time, let's be real.
Yeah.
Is Vathan flying or like doing an angry bird hop?
He starts off by doing an angry bird hop. It turns into like an angry bird strut. And finally he takes off, takes wing, and is just kind of circling around you guys while also moving forward. Eventually you come upon Mist, who is
Probably
like-
buried in books.
like gleefully, like literally buried in books up to her waist.
She's probably taking notes on all of them too. It's just like she's got
Oh,
all this
Mist, are you
side
in there?
shit. Oh, yes, hi. Hello, I'm over here.
You hear a voice come out of the books.
Mist has just built like a fort out of books.
I think the library is going to be quite upset if you don't put all those back where you found them.
Oh, well, I can do that. Hold on. Wait, are we going now? Did you find anything?
Yep. And Ren holds up her
Yeah.
book.
I'm
found
very
out that-
curious.
I found out that no one knows anything more about my sword than I do.
Oh. Did you find anything about the Astral Sea?
Not particularly anything interesting.
Really? That's unfortunate.
Ren looks over at him.
You know,
He also
did you-
looks over at him.
Did you actually look?
Of course I did.
Okay.
Yeah, alright. That checks out.
He just shrugs. I mean, he's not lying. He did look.
Yeah.
He just didn't look long enough to maybe find anything.
Mist starts kind of putting things away. Like, she also kind of levitates out
Okay.
of the pile, which helps.
So you start floating a little bit above the pile. Like they can actually see like your thighs finally. And yeah, you
mean,
start
they see
lifting the books
robes,
back,
but, you
and
know.
yeah, they see where your thighs would be under the. They see the robes. You look kind of like a ring wraith right now. It's weird,
It's great.
except like with gold. Whatever. The point is, you're putting the books back while looking mildly creepy.
Yeah, perfect.
They're used to that.
And she's
Yeah.
like, you know, once you get out of here, there's something that I would like to say that I'm not entirely sure if it's. I have a theory, and what I found almost seems to coincide with it. I didn't find much, though, unfortunately.
Yeah, I found fuck all.
Really? Alright, well,
Ren hits the jackpot, kinda.
Sort of.
regardless, I'd like to hear everything that you found afterwards. And she's still putting the books away, and eventually she probably finishes. It's probably a while, but, you know, she does the thing.
Okay. So yeah, you've written it all down. Put all the books back, and do you guys start heading out of the library?
I guess, since they probably can't
I
look
mean-
for any more shit.
The rest of them are.
Okay. Yeah, as a collective, you get the sense that you could look for more, but you'd be here a while, and considering how you left things in Anda, you should probably not be here literally forever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you guys head out of the library, and you emerge, and you're back in Sigil. in all of its weird glory. Let me switch music.
Mist is passively keeping an eye out for that guy too. Whenever they're going.
Okay,
Just
yeah,
gonna
you don't
give
see
him
him.
the evil eye.
Yeah, you don't.
No,
you don't.
she's.
You don't see him heading out.
Good. Good.
Good for him or good for you?
Good for him.
Good. Um,
Does Luffy see him? No.
no, no one sees him.
Good for him.
Okay. So yeah, you guys head out into familiar weirdness of Sigil. It is bustling and hustling. And you guys step out of the library and start walking down the street a little bit.
Yeah. Mist looks like she's thoughtful as fuck, and I mean, did the others tell her everything they found?
Yeah.
Can we just okay, she wrote that all down. And she's just like, should we find somewhere to speak?
Yeah, sure. Let's go to the Adventurers Guild.
Alright, yeah, that's a good idea.
Okay. You guys wander a little bit, and you see nothing terribly out of the norm. You do, out of the corner of your eyes, you catch some of the demons.
Yeah, that's what I was
You see
curious
some of
about.
them milling about, but they're sticking together in small groups, and they don't look like they're getting up to any trouble, really. They're just kind of existing alongside the citizens of Sigil, but they do catch your eye.
We should have looked that up.
That's one of the things I said, wasn't it? Oh well.
Wait, what?
Luffy, are they saying anything?
Luffy looks at them. Are they saying anything?
Nothing important. They're having just they're having normal demon conversation. Like, hey, what do you have for dinner? Did you see that woman? Oh man, did you see that guy? Oh buddy. Nothing exciting.
Are any of the did they who buddy at anyone in the party?
No. They don't seem
Good.
like they've noticed you guys at all. You are traveling down
Probably for the best.
a super crowded street. You are not like alone. It is bustling. Oh.
Bobby looks to Mist and she's just like, they're just having normal conversation.
Oh, that's good anyway. Right, are we almost there? I don't know where we're going.
We're going that way, Luffy says as she points roughly in the direction of the Adventurers Guild.
And you guys continue walking, all while talking. And slowly but surely, you don't see any more of the demons. And you inevitably come upon the front doors of the Adventurers Guild.
Oh, right, we might have to explain what we did back there.
Maybe.
Oh, yeah,
Possibly.
he was with us, wasn't he?
Yeah.
What was his
Hopefully-
name again?
Miss flips through a book because I fucking remember.
Ren shrugs.
I feel like it's like right there, but I just
I think
don't
it
remember.
started with an A.
Something like
Kaladesh?
that. Yeah, something like that.
Kaladesh. Yeah.
Better hope you're right.
Okay, so you head on into the Adventurers Guild.
Luffy immediately tries to hear the sounds, like she tries to listen for clucking.
Oh my god.
Okay, make an animal handling check.
An animal handling
Yeah.
check.
So behold, I
Where the
got a
fuck
picture
even
for the
is
Adventurers
animal
Guild finally.
handling? 19.
So using your just innate knowledge of animals, you do hear the quiet like a little while away, or a little bit away. You turn, like your head snaps in that direction. And you see Jeremiah standing atop a table with a tankard of some sort in front of it, or in front of them, surrounded by other adventurers, and you see Jeremiah has what looks like a tiny sword strapped across his back.
Oh my
Oh my god.
Is
And you-
Chris anywhere?
Yeah, you
around?
see Chris is just kind of standing next to him, her arm propped up on Jeremiah's neck. She's
Luffy.
got like tiny leather armor.
Luffy goes to grab at whoever's sleeve is closest to her, probably Ren. And she's like, look at that! Look at that! Oh my
And
god,
Ren-
I'm so proud.
Ren
of
looks over and she's like, Oh, look, they're little baby adventurers, and they have like a little circle of friends, or possibly admirers.
How does a chicken hold a sword?
This
They're
looks-
way more popular than we're ever gonna be.
I mean,
know-
I mean, it is a
Wait.
chicken.
you were popular at some points in our realm before, remember?
Yeah,
That's-
before we,
But
you
now
know-
we're wanted, and now it's all gone to hell, so it's whatever.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. Well, let's go. Let's go
Oh,
sit
claim-
down.
Our claim to fame died very quickly.
You guys walk through, and you hear this like uproar laughter come from the table where Jeremiah and Chris are.
Well, at least they're having
Admirers.
fun.
Definitely
I'm
admirers.
so proud of him.
So you guys head back to the like reception table, and this young human woman looks up and, yes.
Is Aladash here?
She looks behind her. Yeah, he's in.
Could we speak with him for a moment?
Let me see. Pulls out a giant calendar book, it looks like, and it's the first time you've seen anything relating to time in Sigil. Other than the bongs, which you were explicitly told don't mean time. They just happen sometimes. And it's just like the calendar's like this long. It is huge, it doesn't make any sense. And she looks down at it and goes, yeah, he doesn't have any appointments. Go on in.
Excellent, thank you.
Yep.
And she goes.
Okay. Yeah, you head into the back room where you see the familiar sign of the Revenant with long, kind of scraggly black hair, glowing yellow eyes.
Fluffy
hunched
inwardly
over.
is like nice.
He's hunched over and writing something, and when you guys come in, he looks up and his eyes squint a little bit. He goes,
Right.
It's you
yes,
again.
greetings. Yeah. Out
What
of
kind of-
curiosity.
Reception is that?
you kinda. And
Yeah. We.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
There was no
That's what
time
we're
to
here about.
explain.
So,
Yeah.
did anyone else go in there after us?
No.
Or what happened afterward? Did it close?
No, it just the guards came and.
Okay, so it's being guarded.
Oh yeah. It's super guarded right now. Like,
That's a relief.
there's a lot, and yeah, it's super guarded. Can't
So-
go near it.
I have a question.
Yeah.
How long do you think it would be until people can go in there? Because right now
Oh.
the state of that plane is not
You'll-
very good for going in.
You'll have to speak to the master.
All right.
He gives us the okay to go in, and it's kind of on his own timetable.
Okay, that's good. So no one can theoretically get in there then.
Not without pissing off the cops.
Great.
Also good.
Yeah, let's not do that.
You know,
Uh,
that's
that-
not so good for, us going back before our plane
Yes,
implodes
but
on
we
itself.
are
Always
the
the
ambassadors from that
ambassadors.
plane, so we could probably get back in.
She's got a point.
What I'm worried about is those demons, honestly. When
I'm
do you
pretty
know when
sure
those
demons
know-
aren't going to have a problem pissing off the cops, but that's just my opinion.
That's, I mean, I don't know. Possibly, but will they be able to get by is the question.
Are you asking me?
Do you know?
I'm just-
Do you know
Oh.
shites about shites when it comes to people sneaking into planes?
No, not anything.
All right. Well, does anyone else have any questions?
Yes, actually. Do you know when those demons started showing up here? Have you seen them about?
Yeah, they started showing up shortly after you guys left for Ravenloft. Which strange because they were explicitly on the no-go list.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
And then the lady issued an order and said they were now allowed.
The Lady of
Of
Pain.
pain?
Only lady I know. Ha! A little sigil humor.
Bran
Never
doesn't
mind.
look amused.
Never mind.
Ren
Never
just
mind.
kind
Bran.
of squints at him.
Bran looks like you just heard the most unoriginal joke in the world.
Ren
Miss-
puts like literally like brings up her hand and puts it on her face and is like, I think that was a dad joke.
Laffy looks at Ren and Laffy's like, I never had a dad. What is a dad joke?
That
Aladash says, I was actually a father before I, you know.
Fair.
Yeah.
Laffy looks
all
like she
makes
has a
sense.
question and she just dials it back. She remembers that that's not appropriate and she dials it back.
Oh,
I
God.
suppose you know any more about that
What's the-
order, right? Just that they're allowed now.
Oh, no. Just that we're not to hassle them. They're not allowed to join the guild.
Okay.
But we just have to, you know, let them pass, I guess. It's weird, because have you seen them? They're kind of ugly.
Yes. In
They're
fact,
kinda
they
mean.
are. You know. Hmm.
I mean,
Right.
is there any like clause about them making threats or being
What-
violent?
Basically, what I'm curious about are, you know, how for Ravenloft, there's like an alliance going on between those in the plane and Sigil, right?
Yeah.
Is there any way, or is it normal for planes to have sort of an alliance where it's like certain people may not be allowed in while others are? Is that common? Or is that something that Sigil doesn't deal with?
From what I know, and this is just, you know, Adventurers Guild business, really. We're allowed into the plane in order to help establish order and to help bring them into the fold, but other than that, diplomacy's kind of not my thing.
Okay.
You'd probably have to, again, speak to the Master or the Duchess.
All right. Well, I'm sure we intend to do both.
Good luck.
Yeah. Intend to meet two of the leaders of Sigil.
Well,
Didn't we
we
already
met
speak
one,
to one of them?
and he gave
Yeah, I
us
was going to
gave at
say.
least me
Request.
permission to speak to the other. So, you know.
Having permission to talk to someone doesn't necessarily automatically mean that they're interested in talking to you.
Well,
Perhaps.
hopefully they'll be willing
We'll
to
see.
give us a chance.
Anyway, thank you. Hopefully no one else tries to go through there.
They shouldn't. Like I said, you'll piss off the cops. And oh boy, I once saw
Yeah,
someone
sorry
do
for
that, you know,
freaking out
and
and
they just kind of stopped existing.
Oh, that's exciting. I mean, not exciting in the.
I don't
I
mean
want it
like
to
I mean
happen.
like they became like a red stain immediately.
Oh.
Like, they didn't phase out; they just kind of
Very-
exploded.
Very unpleasant, kind of no longer existing.
Yeah.
well, you know, better than the deaths of an average person, like slipping in a bathtub or getting mauled by a monster.
I mean, do
They,
we really
they
know
say
though?
they actually say that
Failure,
like your
honestly.
bones start to inflate like a balloon,
Oh.
and it's really really painful. And them popping is what kind of blows you up. It's I don't want to experience it, and I'm dead.
Yeah, that doesn't sound very desirable. I could think of a couple better ways to die.
Well, let's avoid it. So,
Yes.
yeah, sorry about freaking out and vanishing on you. Are we done here?
I believe so. Thank you.
Awesome. Let's stop crowding your office. Bye. And Luffy just turns around and walks out.
All right, so you guys head out.
Yeah.
You're back in the main hall. Once more, you hear uproarious laughter come from Jeremiah's table.
How does fun make a dad joke? What is the anatomy of a
Like-
dad joke? Must you be a dad to make
I-
some?
Maybe? I
No.
don't know.
Not necessarily. It's just a really Like,
Miss is writing this down. By
and,
the
Ren,
way. Stop.
and Ren is like,
Ren,
Ren is like,
stop.
Ren is trying. She's trying really hard to think of a good example, but she's not a dad. She can't make. she can't make them on
I
a whim.
mean, my dad certainly never made any jokes. In general, really.
You've been
Oh.
deprived, and by deprived, I mean you're missing out on absolutely nothing. And she looks at Finley like,
Luffy looks at
you
Ren.
do get the overwhelming sense that Krieg could tell a good dad joke.
Yeah, he probably could.
Luffy
Krieg-
looks at Ren and
Krieg
she's
would
like,
make
you
a
must
great
be...
dad joke.
Was Krieg a dad?
No,
I mean,
but
yeah,
I mean,
but they
sort
never
of. He was kind of
tried.
our dad.
So you've got to be a dad in order to make a dad joke is what I am getting here.
No, you just have to understand the intricacies of being a dad. You don't actually have to be a dad.
Who's Krieg?
Oh,
He was our friend.
yeah. You might meet him if he's still alive.
Oh, well, I'm looking forward to it.
He was green.
He was.
What were we doing again?
Then he turned
Descriptive.
into a bear, and it was amazing.
That's
He
interesting.
did a large bear, a very large bear.
Saint Barks.
We,
Oh,
cats.
you know, we should probably figure out what we're doing actually, and
Yeah,
sort of talk
I-
about that, right?
Yeah. What was the name of the werewolf guy? Because I am.
Julian.
Julian.
You mean Ren's boyfriend?
Yeah.
Yeah, Ren's
not
boyfriend.
Um,
Totally Ren's boyfriend, and you know it.
and Ren is like casually looking through like the crowd for him in an effort to not look like she's looking through
Yeah,
the crowd
sure.
for him.
Since you know, you're just kind of casually looking, you do spot him at Jeremiah's table, laughing
Oh. Oh.
You know,
with Chris on his shoulder.
part of me feels
And-
like we should go over there. The other part of me is like, how
It's
long are
already
we going to be pulled into that if we go over there?
Ren, as Miss is saying that, Ren is already like walking over there.
Luffy looks at Miss and she's like, it's got its own gravitational pull.
Well, sounds like we're going
Alright,
over there
okay,
anyway, so...
fine.
So you guys get over, and like as you approach, you hear like some clucking, and then everyone laughs.
Can anyone understand this? By the way, like
You guys can't.
Oh my god.
So Chris notices you first, and hi guys.
Hello,
great.
Hi,
Chris.
Chris.
Hi. Have you
It
met
looks-
Julian? He's my new boyfriend. And she
We've
just
met
kind of like
Julian
rubs.
before,
She
yes.
just like rubs his whole head with her tiny hand.
We
He's
brought
like,
him here,
he's
so we've
he's
met him.
hairy. It's all
Yeah, we've met.
smooth and. Julian's just like, hi guys.
Oh, good to see you're
Everything.
fitting in.
She hasn't stopped touching me for like a day. She's just like, yep, he's soft and warm.
She does that.
That's yeah.
You'll get used to it, I'm sure.
Anyway, he just kind of.
that-
Hi, yeah. So, what's up, guys?
Well, I mean, it
We're
seems
going
like
back to our plane
Their
imminently.
eventually.
Well, yeah, imminently, not eventually.
we don't know what we're
Okay.
doing yet.
Um,
So eventually.
Cool.
Alright, I'm going back to our plane imminently.
Basically, from what I gathered, shit's really fucked over there. Like, Barovia level fucked.
Yeah.
Maybe even a little worse.
Probably a little worse. I don't know if
Mass
anyone's trying to
genocide sort of.
destroy Barovia entirely. You know.
Is
Any-
there anything I can do?
Yeah,
Well,
I
you
have
just-
a question
you
for
just-
you.
Yeah.
I have a
What's up?
Well, I mean, I guess they saw it, like, these guys were under some mistaken impressions that we were all friends and that you'd want to hear about our business. But anyway,
I mean, I don't mind. I just was asking if
have
there's
you
anything I
ever
can
just,
do.
when you were starting to transform, you ever just get the urge to, like, chase a stick?
Yeah.
I'm asking,
I mean,
Ren
a
thinks
few
she's turning
times.
into a werewolf.
Didn't say I ever thought I was turning into a werewolf.
Oh, this is
just
about
because
me
I was
biting
bitten
you, isn't
by a
it?
werewolf.
This is about me biting you, isn't it?
Look, it's not about you biting me. You did bite me though.
It's about you biting her.
I mean,
How does that work?
it's flattering that you think that, I would turn you. But at the same time, are you an idiot? It doesn't work like that. If
Okay,
I
that's
ate
what I thought.
anything I ate
So-
would get turned into a werewolf. No, I have to.
No, because it would
it's
be
like
dead.
well, not always. It's like a will thing. You have to like kind of drink my blood, and then I have to want to turn you into a werewolf. And I mean, you might be getting some wolfish tendencies, but that'd be weird.
Ren makes
I
a face at him
mean-
like, okay.
A lot of it's probably just in your head, because it sounds like you were expecting to turn into a werewolf, which is kind of
I
weird.
wasn't expecting it. You bit me.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe he's right, Ren. Maybe this is just all in your head.
Ren, do
Maybe
you
he
really
needs
like
some
meat
head.
more than pies? Do you really?
Maybe he needs to bite you again, says Luffy, who just turns around and like goes to order a drink after she says that.
Julian just like,
kind of looks to laugh,
Ren
covers
looks
her
at
mouth
Luffy
to not
like,
crack up.
was she implying we should have sex?
Yes.
Ugh.
Like,
I mean, no offense, but
You're
wait,
the
and then
hairy
Luffy
one.
comes back with a drink, and she's like, "Is that not how it works? It's not a sexually transmitted disease."
Wow, Luffy.
I
Ren
just
turns
told you
around.
how it works. I literally just explained it to you. Unless it's
I
gonna be
wasn't
some
paying
real,
attention.
unless it's gonna be some real kinky shit. No.
Ren is at
All
the
right.
bar.
Well, now we
with a
know
drink.
that werewolfism isn't a sexually transmitted disease.
Yeah.
I mean, I've
that
never
was mostly
tried,
all I wanted to
so
know.
Ren comes back with a drink and promptly drinks it.
Mr. just,
See,
like,
look,
cracking up.
Julian, she's getting drunk. This is your chance.
that's
is
Oh, that's
disgusting.
weird.
That's bad.
I'd rather not.
Bran, apologize to her right now.
I
Bran
know.
just
I mean, I might be
grins.
too drunk to sleep with
So-
you, but
So were there any
I'd to.
benefits to the lycanthropy? Like, should we make a night out of this before we go to the plane? Or...
I mean, outside of turning into a big wolf,
You know,
would that be
if
considered
you
a benefit?
are-
I
if
mean, it's
you're
kind of
thinking-
cool. You can bite and claw at things, and you get real fast. But you chase sticks occasionally, and you get a
She's already
hankering
doing
for
that.
meat, and
I
sometimes
am
you
not
just
chasing
sometimes you just dig a hole.
sticks. Not doing that.
Has that ever happened? Have you ever dug a hole
No.
recently, Ren?
Nope,
I
not that
think
I can think of.
didn't you? When did you
Ren
buy a hole
slaps the
before?
hand. She literally slaps the hand right over Mist's mouth, like bam.
When she does that, like this plume of dark shit flies up around her, but then she starts cracking up.
Jeremiah has been watching you this whole time,
Oh, no.
just silent and
Judging.
staring.
Can you
Miss
feel it?
waves at Jeremiah with her hand
Ren-
over her mouth.
Ren removes her hand and then promptly like, "Do you have the key to the room? Because I gave you my sigil and I kind of need to get in there."
Yeah. Here you go.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And Ren goes to go into the room because I have to take the dog out. I'll be right back.
Okay, so yeah, Ren goes up to the room, puts the sigil on the wall, slides open, she walks in, slides closed.
Luffy looks at Julian for a long, uncomfortable moment.
What?
I don't know.
Nothing.
You have the worst, like,
Nothing.
I look at your face and I just get nothing out of that. That's terrifying. How do you guys put up with this?
You know,
Yeah,
we
it's
just,
one of my better qualities.
we just kind of got used to it, I guess.
It's wonderful.
The secret
It's one way to put
scaring
it.
your enemies is to just be really, really off-putting. Like sometimes when you're about to get into a kerfuffle with a guy, right? You just want that guy to think like, will this person kill me, or will she just reach into my skull and eat my eye? And I find that being that type of off-putting, like, will
mean,
she pick my nose and
has the
eat
thought
whatever she
crossed your
finds?
mind?
Yes. For the eye, not the
Well,
nose.
then again, you are a swamp woman with a tendency for corpses, so.
Anyway,
That's surprising.
Julian, it was nice seeing you.
Mist is just like dying over there. Goodbye, Julian.
Bye.
Just consider the lycanthropy thing with Ren. Just real hard. Up
I
in
think
your
she likes-
mind.
I think she likes you more than she's letting on.
Oh, that was all amazing.
Laufey turns and she stares at Jeremiah much the same way she stared at Julian.
Jeremiah just stares back.
Laufey stares at Jeremiah.
Jeremiah just stares back.
Laufey gets to Jeremiah's level.
Uh-huh. Jeremiah's head leans over their shoulder and just pulls the sword out with its beak.
Laufey leans in and she just whispers, "You have learned well." And pulls back and stands up.
Jeremiah nods and leans over and sheaths the sword.
Miss glances over at Vathan and is just like,
Laufey looks as if she might walk away, but she looks at Jeremiah and she's like, "One day, you will show me exactly what you have learned."
Bran is just looking at this like exchange, just like, what the fuck is going
Yeah.
on?
Miss looks over at Vathan and is like, would you do that if I give you a little sword?
You get the sense that Vathan would try.
Yeah.
Laufey looks at Bran and she's like, "What, Jeremiah's an adventurous soul, you know?
Oh, I know. I mean, I've seen plenty of his sort, just never so chickeny.
By the way, like, his sword was a genuine tiny chicken sword. It wasn't like a dagger. It wasn't like a knife of any sort. It was an actual tiny sword made for the chicken.
It's perfect.
Beautiful.
Just wanted to clear that up.
What
Yeah,
a
just-
work
Good
of art.
craftsmanship." Let's go find a table and sit down and talk about the business.
Yes.
Oh yes, the business.
Okay.
All such business we have, such sweet, sweet existential business.
This is
Existential
wonderful.
to you, maybe.
Yeah!
Yeah.
I mean, you've just been pulled into that too. You don't feel any sort of dread to it.
You know, I've grown up in Sigil. I live in a city where there are things that can kill you with a thought. It's just
That's exciting.
not as, I don't know.
Okay. So, you guys are at the table, just kind of contemplating the fact that Laufey, you vaguely got threatened by chicken.
Laufey's so proud.
Yeah.
Ren eventually comes back down. It's a mystery as to what she was doing up there.
I mean, maybe she needed to use
Screaming.
Screaming.
Internal screaming.
They're all at a separate table.
Yeah, they
Okay.
probably flag Bran down whenever she comes back.
Alright,
Ren
so-
retrieves her.
Laufey,
Ren retrieves her half-drinking tankard from the other table and then goes.
Well,
By
he
the way, you
probably took
notice
it with
Julian
her.
is like all the way back here. He's like slid across the bench. And he looks at you and gives you like a wave and just, Laufey was
Laufey-
scaring me.
Laufey looks out from behind Ren and she's like,
What did she? Never mind. on for a while.
Please keep a low profile.
I
Anyway,
like
we're
you,
gonna be gone.
Julian. I like you, Moxie. And, and then
Glad to
turns
see you
back
two
to
are
the
getting along.
others.
Yeah, anyway, we're going to be on for a while, so hopefully you can settle in fine here. Or, go back to Barovia and probably be exterminated. Either way. And Ran, walks over to your table.
Okay. So now you're at a table.
Yeah.
Just trying to be nonchalant about this. And
Okay.
she-
Probably failed.
Yeah. Mist is like. She starts speaking with telepathy to all of them, and she's like, "All right, well, I know what this looks like now, but I'm still doing it anyway. Sorry. You know that."
But people are just gonna get like
Here's the thing.
3/4 of the conversation anyway.
That's fine. That's fine. There was a reason I wanted to leave the library before mentioning this. I'm gonna keep trying to find things about this Revisrum that supposedly has that symbol connected to him, but that symbol was on the outside of that temple. I learned that the symbol, that I looked up that which waits, right? The thing that the Lich was talking to, and it says it's the source of knowledge. Now, that's kind of weird, and I kept wondering if somehow Revisrum was connected to that voice.
Do you think it's a voice as Revisrum?
Possibly. I mean, we don't know what
Or
happened
the
to
Duchess
him.
of Knowledge.
The three magi came from Sigil. The symbol was on the outside of that thing, and it's not what I've been dealing with, though. So
Do you think that Revisrum is one of some magi?
I don't know. They were all connected to elements in some way, were they not? Like air and water and earth. I don't know if he has any particular element to him.
They could have been Genasi.
That is true.
Yeah.
That's
They-
a possibility.
You realize, yeah, because all the.
Well,
least-
then what does it look like a bird?
I mean, sort of. I don't know. Either way, I want to find out more about Revisrum.
So why don't we ask around town or something?
Probably, I don't know. We could. I'm still wondering how we're going to speak with the Duchess of Knowledge, because I think that might be connected as well.
Someone nearby seems to have heard and looks back.
I mean, Mist is talking with telepathy, by the way. But,
you don't know how, but they look
Is it a
over.
mind flayer?
Not a mind flare.
You don't really know. All you see is like a cloaked figure,
Oh
and
boy.
you hear in telepathy as well. It says, if you're looking for the Duchess, the entrance to her palace is in the library.
Mist.
I'm
is
sorry,
like-
who are you?
Simply someone who wishes to help.
Really? Is
Well,
it?
nice to meet you, simply someone who wishes to help.
Is there any more specifics, or is it on the ceiling?
There is a portal towards the back. I'm one of the librarians there.
Can Mist look at this dude and see if that symbol's on him anywhere?
Yeah, it's not.
Okay. Alright.
Fluffy immediately
she
tries
side
to like, get
glances
a
the
better look at
tentacles.
him
Yeah.
Okay.
to make sure that he's not the asshole that they ran across before. Even
He's
though,
super not.
yeah, there's
you
nothing
do
to
see like a
indicate
beard
that.
made out of tentacles.
Hey. Mist is kind of looking at her.
Upon
Tentacle
closer examination, you actually see that his robes look like they're made out of the same material that's coming out of his face.
Oh shit.
Nice.
It's unsettling.
Mist is kind of there for it. Let's be real.
For once, Mist is a little interested. Mist is like, yeah, I've seen picture books of this.
Oh my god.
That's what happens when you're all about the books, man. You come across some of the dirty ones too.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh
Okay.
my god.
Just saying. But yeah.
Um, yeah, Mist is just like, thank you. There aren't any restrictions to that, are there? I'm sure it only allows those who are able to enter to enter.
Oh yes, only those who have been given permission from the other rulers, but...
Well, as far as I know, we already have that.
Or a librarian may accompany you, but... You know, whatever.
Good to know, thank you.
Yeah. And he turns back around. They turn back around, and... That's the end of that exchange, as far as you can tell.
Yeah.
That
Mist is
was
okay with that.
weird.
Mist just grins. She looks like she might have commented, but she doesn't say anything. She's just...
We should have just asked him to accompany us, but I guess it's too late for that.
I mean, Mist is like, would you want to accompany us? With telepathy still.
I have no reason to.
Alright, fair enough.
I have nothing to trade.
About that trade. I mean, you don't have to answer if you don't want to. I'm just really curious.
The Duchess trades 1 for 1. You ask, you must give. Nothing is free.
Of course.
Oh.
Is it bad that I'm like envisioning a Khajiit with that voice?
Little,
A
but whatever.
tentacle Khajiit.
Yeah.
Tentacle
I don't know. He's just like Khajiit has wares if you have coin. Yeah, you know, make trade.
Oh my god.
Do we have anything to give to the
Yes,
Duchess?
that's the thing. What sort of knowledge would she be interested in?
Any sort.
Any sort. Is she
You-
omnipotent?
No. Of course not.
Good,
She
good.
She will not know everything, but she will only give what you have given. If you want infinite sort of knowledge, you must give infinite sort of knowledge. It's quite simple. Stories get you stories. Spells get you spells. That sort of thing.
Excellent. That was very good to know. Thank you again.
It is my job. Okay, so he turns away and just kind of seems to do his own thing. You guys have been at it for a while now, so what are you going to be doing next?
This just looks kind of excited. He's like,
Okay.
We- we need to go there eventually. We
We need to go now. And Ren is like, did you guys miss the part where our time on our plane moves really fast compared to being here?
no.
No.
But I
what-
think we should probably figure out what we're going to exchange first, at the very least.
I don't have anything
What
to
the fuck
exchange.
kind of questions are we gonna be asking this woman, first of all?
I know what I'm going to be asking.
Well, if it's related to you, then you have to figure out sort of stuff that you want to trade her.
I know a lot of things that I could trade, but I'm not entirely sure how they would be taken. Yeah, Mist just looks kind of thoughtful now, and she's like, okay, does anyone else have anything they want to consider asking? Well, we're there.
I mean, what the hell could she know that would be of use to us if she's not omnipotent?
A lot. I mean, that's like saying, what the hell can anyone know that can be of use to us if they're not
I mean,
omnipotent?
when you have the word
How about we
knowledge
find
in
out
your
if she
title.
knows?
There's only 2 subjects that I want to know about. So I don't think that she has much information on either of them.
You can always try.
And I don't have any information to trade her. So
Well,
You might.
not
Did you
true.
learn
What?
something interesting from that vampire's book?
why wouldn't she have information on that? So
I mean, it
Because
was a
it's
pretty
the
old
source.
and well-hidden book.
here's the thing. It wasn't specified whether she already had the information or not that we had to trade. I mean, maybe she has it, but if we're willing to give it, then it still counts. I don't know.
I don't want to swindle the Duchess of Knowledge.
I mean, I'm sure she would know. It wouldn't be like that. It'd probably just... This is difficult to explain, but there's sometimes there are entities that merely enjoy being what they are. I don't know, but we'll probably see one way or another.
All right, so you guys just gonna head on out?
Yeah.
Okay,
I
so
guess
I mean, are
so.
we-
you guys get
like-
up and you start heading back to the library. You head on in. You stop. There's someone at the front desk and look at you and, yes, what can I do for you? Oh, it's you again.
Who is it? Is it that dude?
It's that dude.
Oh dear.
My god.
He's just like,
Oh my god. Mist? Okay, alright. Mist looks at him and she has a different sort of presence than she did the last time they saw him. Like before she was just like really curious and kind of excited and slowly more disappointed at the way he was acting. But now she seems it's hard to put it. She has a lot more presence to her. Like she's a lot more not certain, but like there.
okay, yeah.
And she goes up to him and she's just like, do you know what that symbol is that you're wearing?
Yes, it is the library symbol. It is what those in the Duchess's employ wear.
And do you know what power it has?
No?
So you never thought that it might have more power than you attribute to it?
No, they would not give it to just us employees if it had any special power. It is a symbol, it has meaning behind it, but that is it.
Really? Would you say that you're
Really?
a good representative of your
Absolutely not.
order?
No,
And why not?
because I don't like working here.
Then why do you have that?
I just explained it to you. Those who are
You don't-
employed here must wear it, and I do not like my job.
They must wear it.
It is... Have you ever heard of a uniform?
Yes.
It's a uniform.
Consider that I might be testing you.
I don't care.
You don't care.
No.
Then give me that right now.
No.
Mist is gonna do a
I'm
thing!
going to call the cops. You are
Really?
harassing someone who works for the Duchess of Knowledge, one of the 4 rulers of Sigil.
You claim that, but you don't care about your job. You don't like it. You don't care about what it represents in the least.
The guy looks at the rest of you guys and... You're just going to let this happen?
She's talking to you. I mean, I didn't think
It
that
is a
was
job.
illegal.
That is it. You must be employed. It is a government job. Listen, if you're going to be like this, I am going to have you kicked out. Barred from the library for harassing its employees.
No, no, that's fine.
Good. Now, what can I help you with?
We're going to see the Duchess of Knowledge.
Oh, well, fine. Okay. Could have just said that to begin with. And he points at a arcane circle on the floor, and it flares up. Step on through.
Mist is looking at this guy, and she's just like, that will catch up with you eventually.
Have you
And-
ever thought about the fact that maybe what is important to you is not important to everybody else?
Yes,
Yes,
but
well...
you don't just wear symbols of power aimlessly like that and completely disregard what they stand for. And she steps onto the thing.
Okay, just poof. You vanish in a little poof of smoke.
Laffy doesn't go. She waits for everyone else to go first.
Okay.
Ren gives Laffy a look. It's a
Laffy
look that
looks at
says
Ren.
it's a look that says don't do anything that I wouldn't do. Which, doesn't say much
Yeah.
because there's a couple of things that Ren would. Anyway, Ren gets on the portal.
Bran just like looks between Luffy and the dude and just is like, he looks like he's about to say something and he just shrugs and is like, "We'll see you shortly," and goes through.
Laffy looks at the guy. And she just stares at him for an uncomfortable moment.
I'm uncomfortable.
Yeah. You're kind of a bitch.
That's fine. I don't care.
Then Laffy summons like 3 skeletons with the direct subconscious order to follow him around while xylophoning until he gets rid of them, and she leaves. She just immediately.
He looks
steps
like
through
he's
the portal and
contemplating
goes.
something, and the last thing you see is him press a button on the desk.
She's gone.
Yep.
They're xylophoning around him.
Okay. And we're gonna take a quick break right there. Everyone use the restroom. Do what you need to do. We'll be back in 10:05. Sound good for everybody? About 10 minutes?
Yeah.
All right,
Yeah.
off we go. Be back in a few minutes, stream. Hi, Internet, we're back.
Oh.
Hey.
Hey.
Adjusting screen. Kicking in music.
That's a cool looking thing.
Yeah. How we use this? That works. Kick in music?
I
There we
don't
go.
hear music.
It's quiet.
Yeah, I don't hear anything either.
You should hear it shortly. Okay. You hear it now?
Okay, hear it a little bit.
Yeah.
Let me
It's
turn
very
this down.
quiet.
Right. So, you guys step through this portal, and come out the other side, and what you see is, just this giant temple with the walls made out of glass, and you're inside of it. And when you pop out the other side, there are walls upon walls of. At first glance, they look like books, but when you step up to take a closer look, you notice that they are things trapped beneath this crystalline glass, um, and look more like they're things being preserved than books that are meant to be pulled off and read. Um, Deeper within, there's this big orb that is green glowing that stands pretty starkly contrasted against this nicely lit room overall, or hallway rather. And at the end of the hallway, you see something that's familiar from the Master of Planes office, temple, where there are these big double doors, and where his were this kind of bluish color, these are a deep green. Um, yeah, and you guys walk up to approach these doors, your eyes catching the things all along the
Uh,
walls.
Before they walk through the doors, Luffy says to the group, "So, you all might want to hang back for a little bit because I probably got the cops called on me. Okay, let's go."
Wait, what?
What?
Without further elaboration, walks towards the doors.
Bran gives like the rest of the group this like, oh shit, look. What
Yeah,
did she
Miss looks at
do?
Bran and then looks at Laffy and is like, I feel almost like if that had happened, we wouldn't be in here right now necessarily. Maybe? I don't know.
I hope that's the case.
Tell us afterwards what you
Yeah.
did, Laffy.
Sure.
If we did.
Assuming you know you aren't taken away by the cops.
So as you guys are
Alright,
sitting there talking, the doors slowly creak open. But creak is kind of the wrong word for it. There's this solid like noise, like a room's being depressurized almost. And sitting at the opposite end of the room is this massive woman made out of the same glass material that makes up the rest of the temple. And she's moving. Her hair is. Everything about her is made out of glass, but it's so intricately carved that every feature of a person is still there. It's just translucent and
So
transparent in places.
she's a giant woman.
Yes.
Okay.
And you look around the room, and it looks like it's made out of paper. Actually, the long bookshelves are gone and replaced by what looks like pages. Um, but occasionally light catches against it, and these pages are still ensconced within this glass. And occasionally, the giant woman reaches in, and her hand melds with the crystal, and she pulls out a piece of paper and seems to look over it, and then push it back into the wall. And she takes notice of you guys and turns, and she says, "Ah, hello. You've come at last."
I have a question.
Yeah.
Does Mist feel uncomfortable here?
No.
So there's no like weird suppressing magic stuff here like there was.
No.
Okay. Okay. Does she see your symbol anywhere too?
No.
All right. Yeah, she looks over and In that case, she actually looks pretty pleased and just kind of excited. Not like this person's familiar, but like something about them is familiar. And she just sort of dips her head and she's like, "Hello, greetings. Yes, we've finally arrived."
Yes. You have surely come to seek answers, and answers I can give. But only if you give me answers.
Of course.
What is it you wish to know?
Miss takes a moment, like she's trying to think of how she wants to word this. And she says, "The Master of Planes called me the Dark One and said I should come here in order to learn how I might be set on my path to finding out what I am. That is what I want to know, as one thing anyway. What sort of knowledge would you wish for this?"
Something equivalent, of course. You wish to know about creation. Thus I would ask for a tale of creation.
Mist almost looks like she wasn't entirely expecting that. Like she had something else in mind, but she's thinking and she's just like, all right, a tale of creation.
Jesus.
Jeez.
Yeah, what is
I
He's
know.
fucking going to town on that base.
Oh my god.
I know. He was saying before, too.
Oh my god.
Oh dear.
Please tell me he's at least okay at that. I didn't think so.
I am super about to go upstairs.
Oh my god.
That's annoying as fuck. Sorry.
Yeah, no.
Go ahead, Doss.
Yeah, it's fine because I'm thinking as much as Mist is thinking. um, yeah, she's. It's weird because she's somewhere between. She's going through like it just looks like there's so many fucking possibilities going through her mind right now because knowledge can be taken in so many different ways in terms of like creation. And if it's supposed to be about her, then she has like some idea. If it's not supposed to be about her, then she's just like, I have no fucking idea. So, she's, but at the same time, she doesn't know much about her own creation, and that's the whole point. So she's just like, fuck. She's like, would the knowledge exchanged be an equivalent form?
Any tale of creation will do. Creation of things.
All right.
She looks at you and, child, you are greatly overthinking this.
Probably.
Tell me how a sword is made.
Oh. Something that simple. And Mist goes into how a book is made.
And she seems pleased by this knowledge. You get the sense that it's not a freebie, but the hint she gave you is kind of a freebie. she doesn't normally give these sorts of hints. You get the feeling of.
Yeah.
And she
She's
smiles.
really
and
grateful for it.
when she smiles, you can barely tell since she's all made out of glass. And thank you for that knowledge. Now you wish to know about your own creation.
Yes, I'd like to know how to figure out what I am.
Oh, the how is simple. Continue upon your path. That is how we all discover who and what we truly are. You are no different from anyone else. Your path is simply cloudier, I think.
So then what of my creation?
Like many things, you were birthed. But you experienced two births, I think. One of body, one of mind.
Mrs. is like, this is not entirely what she was expecting, but that's kind of fine. But she's working through a bunch of things, like how to ask the right questions right now.
And she actually looks to the rest of the party now, and the rest of you. Any questions? Any answers?
Ren came in here looking like she didn't actually have any questions. And then as Miss has been talking, it looks like she's actually got one really specific question and she's putting her face in her hands like she doesn't know if she can ask it because she doesn't know if she has an equivalent answer for it. So she looks at Bran and she looks at Laffy like, do they have questions? Should I speak up?
Everyone's just like, fuck.
Luffy has a complete poker face as she looks at Ren, who does not have a complete poker face.
Ren's face is like, please, for the love of God, ask a question so I don't have to. And then when Laffy obviously does not come to her rescue, she turns and she looks at Mist and she's kind of like, are you done? Like she's trying to judge whether or not Mist is done.
I mean, Mist looks like she has a fuck ton of questions, but she's figuring out how to word them now that she's
Luffy
got
kinda
something back. So
elbows Ren.
Right. Ren looks at the Duchess and she's like, so this is going to be completely unrelated to literally anything anyone else is going to ask. But so, say my sister's soul was currently occupying an animated piece of armor, how would I get her body back?
She takes a moment to think. And you can tell she's actually thinking. This isn't like a play on her part. Tell me a story of retrieval.
And Ren opens her mouth and then closes it, and then
Luffy looks at Ren to see if Ren, like, does Ren look like she doesn't know what to say because Luffy has gone
No,
to
Ren-
Ren's side? She's like
no, Ren
prepared
looks like
to
she's
whisper something.
contemplating. Yeah, no, she looks like she's contemplating whether what she wants to say is too stupid. So she starts. Well, this one time is terribly tragic. Really, I threw a dagger at the werewolf and I hit him in the shoulder, and then we ran away. And then later he gave it back to me. That's sort of a story of retrieval, right? Because I got it back.
Fascinating. Now you wish to know how to retrieve your sister's body.
Yeah.
I am sorry to say that such a thing is not possible without great sacrifice.
Ren does not look deterred. She gives her a not deterred face.
She takes a minute to look at you and very well. A body must be retrieved from the components that a body is formed of. The earth, the fire, the water, and the spirit. Many of these elements reside in one place and one place alone when they combine together. You may know it as the Fey Lands, but we call it the Fey Wild. It is only there that a body can be remade.
All right. Interesting. I'm just thinking about like the fact that they had to deal with Oberon, and she's okay. Duly noted. Thank you for your information.
Yeah, Mist looks like she's figured something out ish now, and she's like, I would like to know about Revisran. That's his name, right? Yeah, okay. I had to check. That was out of character, sorry.
Due to the fact that this is knowledge I am not privileged to share the entirety of, I will give it to you for free. Revisrum was one of those who founded this great city. He came here from the deepest of the deep sea and gave knowledge to all those who would ask questions and give them a safe haven. That is all I am allowed to speak of on the subject.
Mist has this odd grin, and I mean she nods her head in thanks and respect, but you know she's obviously thinking about something here.
Does it look like Mist is done for now?
I
Asking
mean,
questions?
not necessarily. That's the worst question to ask ever. But if it looks like Loppy wants to say something, Mist will hold off.
Laufey steps up and she looks at the Duchess of Knowledge and she says, "So is a man who was born on the plain of Anda. His name is Fridio. A while back he made a deal with a voice which had no body. I would like to know more of that voice."
Unfortunately, I do not believe I bear knowledge of a specific voice without a body. Not unless you are able to identify it further for me.
It wished for the destruction of a plane? I mean, are there any
It is
powerful
called,
disembodied voices that...
There are
It is
many
called-
things that wish to consume planes.
Laufey
It is-
looks at Mist, because
it is called that which waits.
that which waits.
Then I shall ask you for a story of a delicious meal.
uh, um... Laufey, like, looks stumped, like, she's...
Yeah, Mist looks at Loppy like, yeah, right?
Laufey's like a tiny little gremlin creature who looks like she's probably not eaten a delicious meal in her whole life, and then she decides to reiterate stories of food that her mom has made back on the home plane.
Okay. She dips her head when you finish. And thank you for the tale. That which waits is one of those entities of which I spoke. It seeks to consume planes, to destroy that which has been given life, to have it return to the great nothingness. That is all I know.
Oh. No chance we can find it, and...
It is beyond the pale of this realm. It sits along the outer reaches and waits, hence the title.
The outer reaches. I have another question.
Yes, child.
Say that I got the cops called on me.
You see her entire, like, the calm nature of her just kind of... Oh, God. What did you...
Would they come here? What wouldn't you do to get the cops called on you? Say that they were called on me right before I stepped in here. Would they follow me in, or would they be waiting for me outside?
You have made things extremely complicated, but it shall be taken care of, as you are the chosen from Anda.
Oh, no, I
That which has
don't.
been closed, it will not be a hassle to you. Do not do it again, whatever you did. Promise. She offers up,
Just
like, one
looks
of her
over at
fingers, like,
Luffy,
she's like,
you
shake my
fucking-
finger.
You fucking better do it, Luffy.
Lovey shakes her finger and she's
Yeah.
like, "Are you sure you don't want to hear what I did to get cops called on me?"
Brad is just like, just take it, Luffy, please.
What did you do? You seem keen to share. In return, I will let you ask a question of bad deeds. I don't know. Of being an idiot. Who knows?
Fluffy summons a skeleton and it starts silently. And Fluffy
Brand just face palms.
Miss just says this look like how? What? How did that?
That is entertaining.
I thought so too. Sorry,
That's-
mostly I just wanted a bit of validation.
Let me go ahead and tell you right now. I've seen just about everything, and that's new.
Thanks, I'm happy
Can
to.
I
help you out with
do that at the next, like, dinner party we all have?
We're going to have a dinner party?
No, not you, the rulers.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
Awesome.
Try to do it
Anyway,
better than I can.
anyway, you may ask a question about a misdeed. You see her trying to pull the, like, mystique back together, but it's just gone. She's just kind
Fluffy-
of weird
Fluffy
now.
orders the skeleton to stop xylophoning, and the skeleton is like, and then it like goes back to being like a semi-intimidating skeleton. And she looks back at the others, and she's like, "Is there any misdeeds that we?"
I mean, I'm sure you have quite a few tales
just
about
looks over
misdeeds
at
at
Red.
Rin.
Well, no, it's a question, right? We can ask a question about misdeeds.
Oh.
Have you ever done any misdeeds?
No, don't waste the question.
Yeah, this looks like shit because Red said that.
Is that the
Okay,
actual
look.
question?
Yes. Before anyone else can. Because Ren is curious now, because all of her mystique is gone, and now she wants to know how much of a troublemaker she actually is.
Once
Brand-
long
Brand doesn't
ago,
look
I
like he has a
usurped
problem
the
with this.
title of Duchess of Knowledge from a scholar who presented that which he wished to hide. All of us, the rulers of Sigil, are simply fragments of those who began the city. I was quite naughty when I broke away.
Interesting. See,
Miss-
totally worth it.
I also painted the Lady of Pain's temple pink at one point.
Brand just gives her
Scandalous.
this like impressed look.
Nice.
We aren't allowed to hurt each other, so you know.
Probably something you should be thankful for.
Oh yes. Now is that all? The Master of Plains has been looking for you.
Oh,
I think so. This one has more questions and Luffy
It is.
gestures.
she has infinite amount of questions. Let's be
Yes.
real.
You're not wrong.
And Saint pads up to the Duchess and she goes, "Ah, Saint, hello." And she reaches down, he climbs into her hand, and she lifts him and just kind of rubs his head with
Ren
a
looks
finger.
at Luffy and it's like,
Luffy looks at Ren.
Yeah.
Brand looks at all of them.
Yeah.
come from? Like immediately.
You ask where our old friend comes from?
Yeah, he showed up on we picked him up on our plane in a swamp. He's a dog that cures people.
Well.
What kind of dog is a dog that cures people?
A good dog.
A good
Saint,
dog.
am I allowed to tell them? He wags his tail and... Very well. She sets him down and... Saint has given me knowledge in the past, so... He is a deity from another plane.
We have a god dog?
Yes. I suppose you do.
That- Makes sense, actually, since our plane doesn't actually have any deities.
It does.
So is Saint your plane's deity?
He is now.
He is the patron saint of friendship and companionship on his home plane.
Why
was
does he
actually
show
lost.
up on ours?
Well, it seems like in his travels he got lost. Bad boy saint.
Luffy is so shocked she hasn't said a word, but her skeleton has reached up to pat her on the
Miss looks very pleased with this knowledge, but she still's got questions.
Does that mean you're going to go home eventually, Saint?
He just looks at you and, like, runs over and doggy, like, headbutts you.
Oh,
Ren, like, ruffles his head and is like, it's okay if you want to go home.
He does it again.
you might want to stay with us, Ren.
Oh. It's not
He's
like
our
we're going to
friend.
say no.
We are friends. This may be a paradoxical question, actually. But can you tell me about what is not?
You would have to tell me a tale of all that is.
Oh. I mean, I should have expected that.
Oh, that's going to be a long
This
story.
just looks ridiculously pleased, regardless. Perhaps not that. The
all
symbol.
that is in general, or
All that is and all that will be.
But that is also in the realm of what is not.
Oh no, it is quite different.
Really. Mist gestures to the symbol and she's like, can you tell me about this?
It is the symbol of Ravizram.
Is that all it is?
It was his sigil. No pun intended. It was his identifier. It was the symbol of scholarly pursuit to banish the unknown, to know all that will be and all that ever has been.
Mist tilts her head.
Unfortunately, my acolytes have lost the original meaning.
She looks. She doesn't seem. I don't know. She looks almost like she doesn't believe that.
so is Revizram the one who you accept?
Laffy, did you ask Mist a question?
No, she asked the lady of
Oh,
the
okay.
Duchess of...
What was the question then?
Was Revizram the one who you accept?
Yes.
Is Revizram that which is not?
No.
Huh.
I mean, I didn't think so. I thought
Oh,
he
well,
might have taken.
Welp.
Oh my god.
animal fight.
What was that, Das?
Yeah. Miss kind of trails off and is like, "What happened to Revisrum?"
To earn this knowledge, you must tell me what has happened to you.
A lot. Mist, she considers, and then she kind of tells a bit about her awakening, kinda.
Okay.
Should I actually say this, or should
No,
I?
it's fine.
I don't
mean,
know about the
Yeah,
awakening.
if everyone else is interested, by all means.
Go for it
Okay.
I see a
if
cat.
you want.
Yeah, she's just like, so I am not what I always was. Prior, there was a group that took over me somehow. They controlled me. I don't know if it was charmed me or what they did, but they made me forget what it is that I am. And I found a particular symbol at some point which gave me clarity I'd never had before. It broke me out of whatever it was that they had over me, slowly at first, but eventually, with a great happening, I was free of that bind which kept me under their control, and knew that I was tied to that which is not. Since then, I have been following a particular symbol. The very self-same symbol that you would claim is supposed to be a banishment of the unknown, representing the unknown. And have been led to all of them here.
Perhaps it is your purpose to find that which is unknown, to finish what Revisrum began.
But what happened to him? What did he begin?
He began the search for the unknown. It is said that he found it. And that is all that I know about what happened to Revisrum, Tysonlar.
So why is the symbol supposed to be a banishment of the unknown? Isn't the unknown completely necessary for sentient life to exist? Why would you want to banish it? Why would you want complete unsentience, no mystery, no curiosity, no seeking of knowledge at all?
I cannot tell you. I do not know.
So you don't know why the nature of the symbol's meaning was changed here, and why the people that follow you hold it in that regard.
Some things change over the course of time. With or without our intervention, things are lost and things are gained. Very few things remain the same as the world's turn. That which may be your truth now may no longer be a truth. Mere minutes from now.
Such is the nature of what is not, really.
And the nature of all that is.
They work together rather well, do they not?
One side cannot exist without the other. Now, the master is awaiting you.
Right.
Is there a way to get to him from here, or do we
Walk out
just...
the door, he's next door.
Oh,
Well, then that's
Wow.
convenient.
It is convenient.
We are capable of changing the way things are when we desire.
alright. Well,
Suppose that makes sense.
Yes. If that is all, and I know it is not all, but if that is satisfying for now.
yeah, it was nice meeting you.
She offers her finger down again.
It was
Luffy
nice
shakes it,
meeting
and she's
you.
like, thank you for laughing at my dumb joke.
It was a good joke.
And Luffy and her skeleton clitter clatter away.
Okay, so do you guys all leave?
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mist is reluctant, but
as you guys
does.
turn to leave, she... Take care of them now, Saint. They need it.
Luffy ruffles Saint's hair. Or fur, rather.
Alright, so you guys head outside. It is still that kind of outside sigillian air, where in the distance you can hear the city life, and you can see that the city is still spread out along the ring. And before you, it is that weird sideways sort of thing, where it looks like you are like on the inside of a wheel. And you look out, and to your left, you see a golden path leading to a blue, like a sky blue temple. You guys follow that path, and you come up to a familiar temple with familiar clerics inside of it, people in blue robes, silent, going about tasks that you don't quite know.
Luffy pats at Mist's arm reassuringly, because last time they were in the temple, Mist kind of freaked out.
Yeah, is that being weird again?
Yep.
Oh boy. Mist may or may not just take Laffy's hand.
Luffy looks like she might protest, but she doesn't. She holds Mist's hand.
Okay. You guys go deeper in, and you are unhindered. No one tries to stop you, and you don't even have to touch the big blue doors. When you approach them, they open slowly, and before you again is this elaborate set of chimes that you saw before, with this gaseous nothingness floating behind it. And as you approach, you hear the familiar sound of a tone being hit up against the bell, and before it fully reaches your ears, it turns into a voice. It says, "Ah, greetings.
Greetings.
I have been awaiting you."
So sorry to keep you if we've kept you.
Time is immaterial to me.
This
Now,
is-
I have called to tell you and ask questions of you. First and foremost, the portal to your plane is now opening. It is slow and gradual, and the portals are opening sporadically and people are coming through. Those that find their way to Sigil. The fuck?
One okay?
Yeah, I guess. That was just really loud.
Yeah, I heard it.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm back.
Welcome back.
Hey.
Yeah, those that are coming through the portal are being taken and cared for by the guards. This is not unusual. The planar guards are well versed in taking care of newcomers and taking care of those who arrive and are aggressive. As the portal slowly opens, time on Anda will warp and will be significantly slower than what is here, as it spins across the planes to connect. You might have noticed that it was faster. It will
Yes.
be the opposite
Hmm.
now.
Well, I suppose that's convenient.
Occasionally we see glimpses of battles,
Yes.
but as I said, any that come through that are not aggressive are taken care of. Those that are also taken care of.
Have demons come through?
They have not, though they have been roaming our streets once more. The portal to the Seven Hells has been reopened.
Hmm.
That sounds bad.
It is neither good nor bad. As long as they abide the rules, we cannot do much. We see no reason to do much.
Luffy is looking back towards the doors with a kind of aw jeez look on her face because she's realizing way too late they should have asked about the demons. And
Yeah,
she
no,
just
I
kinda,
mean, missed completely had that in mind already, but
Luffy rubs at her forehead and looks like she has a headache.
yeah,
'Cause
Miss
there's
looks
just
over
so
at
much.
Laffy and yeah. She random question. Are the tentacles being weird in here?
They're just kind of flat.
Okay, that's kind of what I thought.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mist is like, is there a way to bar entry to the plane for certain entities that we know would cause it trouble?
Unfortunately not. The guards are the only ones that can handle it. And there must be significant proof.
Okay, well,
I have a question.
Yes.
Are you aware of who goes into the planes and who does not?
No. Once it is
Damn it.
open, it is open.
as for proof, Andar is currently at war with a bunch of demons. And since we've seen them roaming the streets here, they've threatened us. We are worried that the ones that are coming through to go there and do more damage. What sort of proof can I provide? Because I have a lot of notes from what we've encountered. I have a lot of history of what's happened there before. I can show you what we've seen. Whatever it would take.
My advice to your plane is to prepare for war. For as long as the denizens of the Seven Hells do not break the rules of Sigil, there is little we can do. Little we will do. Wars, destruction, they happen often, and it is not our duty to prevent them.
That is fair. Do you know why the portals to the Seven Hells were open recently? Did they just open? Like ours did?
They say that a creature known as Balon struck a deal with the lady. The nature of said deal I do not know. The nature of said deal does not matter.
Okay. All right. You said you had questions for us.
Why did you break the portal seal?
What?
Ren looks
Seal?
We-
happy.
First of all, when it was beginning to open, was that breaking the seal, or does opening it at all break the seal? Because when we went to it, it had already somewhat opened.
That
They
is
were already.
that is not uncommon. In fact, it is this thing that eventually connects their plane with a greater astral sea, which is something stumbles through a portal and it rips open. You lot did the opposite. Same effect.
So So did we open it, or did something open it before us? If we saw it kind of already open, like looking through, could
just-
see on the other side.
Just said we opened it by going through.
All right. Well, then I guess it wasn't the lich. Miss looks over at Laffy. that's her thing.
Emotional response. The downside, the folly of mortality, the downside to having familial ties. She looks the others.
I think she saw people being attacked from this side that she knew.
Protection. The good as reason. Good of reason as any. Well,
I wouldn't have done it if I'd known that it was going to tear it open even more. I just figured it was open already. Fluffy says, but she probably would have. Yeah. Fluffy generally looks ashamed of herself. She's like,
Yeah, Miss just looks at her like, you would have done it anyway, because like that was literally part of why Miss was like, don't do the thing.
You did what you did to save someone you cared about. There's no shame in that.
No, it's important.
If I'd known that it would jeopardize the plane as a whole, I wouldn't have done it.
Yes, you would have, because your family would have
I
died.
would have.
I would have thought about it a little bit hard.
But you would have come to the same conclusion.
Probably would have, Luffy.
You're not wrong.
Well, how about we stop worrying about things that have happened and focus more on what we're going to do now.
And we start worrying about things that will happen.
So...
Well, that seems more productive, doesn't it?
Was there any more questions that you had for us?
No. If your explanation did not suffice, you would have been given to the lady for breaking the rules.
That would have been poetic. Thank God that didn't happen.
Saint barks when you say God.
No, he's like, yeah.
You may go. The big blue doors swing open. You get the sense that you're being dismissed.
Yeah. Miss
Alright,
just like,
guys,
thank you.
You walk right out. You head out of the temple. Are you guys gonna head back to the outer ring?
Well, now that they're outside, Laffy is just gonna go, fuck! And she's gonna look at the others and be like, we should have asked about the demons. Why didn't we ask about the demons?
Does it really make a difference?
I mean, it's possible that we could go back at some point, maybe. I mean, we can try to go back at some point, maybe, when that guy isn't there.
It's just a threat that we need to... I always keep forgetting about them because there's just so many threats.
Yeah, I was honestly thinking about asking about, what we can do to prevent the destruction of Undar. That's big general. That probably includes the demons. But,
Maybe we just have to go to hell.
I'm curious now about this Balon.
How about not? just like really quietly, Ren is like...
Ren's like, no, and Luffy has a look on her face like we're going to hell.
I mean, I don't think we should go there blindly.
I mean
we don't really have a reason to go there right now.
We're not gonna go to hell now, but you just gotta think, like... Just gotta think about the benefits of going to hell and how it might help us in the future. Luffy turns around,
let's go. Let's go have a chat with the demon prince over a cup of tea.
I
Sure,
think-
it'll go well.
We're gonna have to kick someone's ass at some point. They're gonna be on our turf for theirs.
I'd rather it be on our turf.
Probably.
At least we know our turf, and
At
it
least
isn't on
they'd-
fire.
Yeah, a lot less fire is
Mostly.
usually a good thing.
Alright,
And
no one
Red
wants to go to
Park-
hell. No one wants to go to hell, I get that, but I'm just saying, I'm calling it right now. We're going to hell at some point, and when we're standing in the flames of hell, I'm gonna look at all of you and I'm gonna say, I told you so.
I mean,
Also-
I don't necessarily doubt it, but part of me wonders if that was what caused all of this mess with the demons in the first place.
Out of character, I am going nuts because demons are from the abyss and devils are from hell, but it's okay.
You don't.
Yeah. No one knows
Maybe
that.
that's important.
They don't know shit about shit.
Yeah, they don't
man.
know shit
Oh.
about shit.
I'm
In
just
character,
saying, like,
Ren does no
out of
shit.
character, maybe that's important.
In character, we don't know shit about shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is like,
Ugh.
you know, I feel like we just have to. We have to look at all we've learned and we have to figure out what the fuck we're going to do about it. Like, we've got a lot of information, but we've not got the information we need to figure out what we're going to
We've-
do about it.
I
At
mean,
the
we've
very
got
least,
a lot of information
Time will
about
slow down
you,
there.
and time will slow down, and that's
Not
about all we
really.
learned.
Not really. Not a
Well,
lot
you
happened.
had a lot more than what you started with.
That is true. I'm not denying that I'm pleased with what we learned, but it's like it's a lot and it's all important. It's just how does it fit together? I still feel like Revisram is somehow connected to it.
Well, he went way, way out, says
Yeah.
you know, he went beyond wherever, and
He supposedly found what I'm connected to. So, how did all of that change everything? Anyway,
maybe we
well-
just gotta get on a ship and go to the outside.
Know if that's quite how that works.
Wait a moment. The travelers, the Hewer, the ones that, supposedly traversed all different sorts of things. You said something about that before, like
Like how they probably are in the stars?
maybe.
Yeah, that's my theory, and I'm sticking
know-
to it.
That's where I found this, and she shows the tentacle arm.
It lazily waves at everybody.
And we saw all those weird things down there. Remember, under the library, those machines.
Yeah,
We have an idea now that those could have very well been from those travelers.
yeah.
So they came here somehow.
Are you guys still just standing outside the temples?
Well, Javi starts walking.
Yeah, I
that
feel
way.
like they probably.
They're
Okay,
talking
so
and
yeah,
walking.
you guys have walked and kind of popped back into the normal streets of Sigil while you're talking.
You know, I have a good thought. We've
What?
been kind of going strong for a while now. Why don't we sleep on some of this?
We good.
Yeah, I guess. It's been a long day.
Ren just she has the expression on her face like sleep is a waste of time.
Ren, what are you thinking? I know you're thinking we need to do something, but do you have any ideas of what?
Ren looks at Mist and is like, I'm not the idea person. I don't know what
Yeah.
to do.
Raises a finger and she's like, maybe we should go to another library, the college in
And do what?
Ador, and go down and look at the spaceships.
Can we get-
Shouldn't say spaceships, the starships. The ships with which
Wait,
the
what?
stars, I'm so sure that they were flying in the stars.
So,
Nobody is going to convince me otherwise. I need hard proof of it.
so what? We're going to go back to where we were before.
Yeah.
I mean,
I mean, we haven't gone to our door yet.
here's the thing.
As- Go ahead.
Oh.
Sorry, go ahead.
Can we go through the portal again? Is that all right?
Well, he did say it was open.
I mean, with the ambassador, we'll have to check with the guards probably.
Oh yeah, but where's the ambassadors? They'll probably let us in.
And if they don't,
Then we're gonna sneak in.
bad
Then-
idea. Let's not do that.
I feel like we've pushed it a little bit enough as it is. Like,
I mean,
let's-
I'm all for sneaking, but not right now. You know, we just talk to the master planes. You know.
Then we're gonna
like-
get on a ship to the stars and fly out to the unknown.
Ooh, I like that.
I
I
just
mean-
think that there's something out there that we probably need to see. Our answers are there, and she points to the stars.
Yes, but the answers are not necessarily answers. They might just be more questions.
I feel like that's a shitty idea, considering all the shit we have to deal with right here.
Well, yeah, but we need to go there. I feel like we're gonna go there eventually. Let's try to get to the library in Ardor. I think that there's probably something for us there. There's gonna be something for us in Ardor. Either it's gonna be a fight or a discovery.
Or just, you know, yeah.
Maybe we can convince Ardor to prepare for war.
They probably
That
already
too.
are, all things
Yeah.
considered, since they're like
All
one of
right.
the last safe places around.
Maybe
really.
we can convince Ardor to get all the refugees from.
You know what we forgot about? We forgot about the fact that there's a bunch of souls that were protecting, you know, that were a seal or a barrier or whatever, and that Lich is going to use them to destroy the entire plane.
Yeah, that too.
it's kind of a
There's
bit
a lot
of
of
an
stuff we
issue.
gotta take care of in Ardor.
Yeah. Right, we need to figure out how to put together what we've learned and what the fuck we're going to do about it.
Yep, sure do.
What?
Red looks jaded as hell. She just looks jaded as hell. She has no idea where any of this is going, and she's not sure if she has this like presence of mind to care at this very second.
So, as you guys are walking, you do see another group of demons.
Oh boy.
Oh, good.
Gonna read their lips
Yeah,
to see
alright.
if they're saying anything.
Okay. In Abyssal, you see them mention invasion and waiting on Balon's word. And long last, the war will come to an end. They will get their vengeance. The Hiwa will be destroyed. And those demons is kind of... They're walking along the street. There's about
Red
4
looks
of them.
right at them. She looks straight at them. She has a look on her face, and she is looking at them.
Miss looks over at Laffy and she's just kind of like, what were they saying?
Well, are they still near the demons?
They're going this way. You guys are going this way. So
Fluffy is going to
there's
say
distance.
quietly in Elven to Mist. That way she can probably reiterate it to the party. Like, ooh.
Yeah.
She tells Mist what they were saying.
Okay, and Miss probably gets the look and relays telepathically what they were saying. Quiet telepathically. It's sort of weird. It's like you know what she's saying, but it's like
She's
It's
like
almost kinda
whispering
like a-
for no reason.
Yeah,
She's
It's a-
she's
because of
paranoid
that
now.
dude, man.
It's
It
a
was because
whisper
of
in
that
your
tentacle
mind.
Dude, that
Yeah.
heard telepathy. She's like, man. I mean, fair, but in case they can do that too. So yeah,
Brenda's she's like she's looking at them as they walk past, straight at them, and then she keeps going.
You see 3 of them duck into a building, and 1 just kind of keeps going.
Mm,
Ren goes into stealth mode.
Okay, roll stealth.
Right. Actually, wait. She looks at Laffy. Like she's about. You can see it. She's about to go and disappear into the crowd, and then she's like, "I need to be smart about." It. She has a moment. She's like, "I need to be smart." She looks at
Oh
Laffy,
shit!
like,
Shit's getting
I-
real. Ren needs to be smart.
Please,
"I need you
Ren,
to cast
please.
pass that trace on me."
Luffy sighs and she casts Pass Without Trace since it's a multiple target thing.
Okay.
And
Right.
Luffy's gonna.
All right.
She's gonna join Ren!
Okay, both
Alright.
of you roll stealth.
Has Mist
Alright.
has Vathan kind of go with them.
So that's plus 10, so that's 31.
What's Vathan's stealth roll?
Oh my god, I have to look up all this Raven stuff.
Yep.
Let me see.
Okay, yeah, Ren, you're fucking gone. You just... You've gotten really fucking good at this. Like, to... Legitimately, you'd have to roll like a 3 to be seen in, like, most cases when you pass without a trace on.
Oh
Plus
wait, so what?
21 is dumb.
Plus
Yeah.
10? Would that be plus 10 to Vathan
Yeah.
too?
Yeah, so
Yeah.
d20
Okay, so-
plus 10.
Plus 3 for whatever plus whatever Raven Dex is.
Probably nothing.
No, it's something.
Nice.
Jesus.
30.
Okay.
Vathan's
Okay.
stealth as fuck.
Yeah, you all just kind of... You fade from existence, basically.
So wait, Mist is going in as well?
No,
No,
Vathan,
Vathan is.
not Mist.
Okay.
So
Bran
Luffy
is
looks
going to-
reluctant.
Bran is going to kind of take up an inconspicuous spot outside of the building
Okay.
and just sort of
Bran
keep
and-
watch.
Bran and Mist also have plus 10 to their stealth for like the next hour, I think.
I
so-
mean, yeah, but
Just-
Bran's
just
stealth
for
roll ain't
reference.
that
Okay,
great.
so Bran, you've
It's
just
now
kind of
plus
propped
10.
yourself up against the door, arms folded, kind of keeping a lookout. Mist, what are you doing?
Yeah, she goes over to like where she's out of the way, and she looks like she's just reading.
Okay.
But really,
Yeah,
she's looking
Brad
through
is-
Vathan's eyes.
Bran is
Uh,
attempting to. He's keeping watch, but he's also attempting to look inconspicuous.
The demon rounds into a corner down an alleyway. Sorry, 1 second. God damn it, come here.
Luffy and Ren get into a
Okay.
fight.
Okay. He ducks into the
if
corner,
they-
seemingly unaware, and you guys trail behind, sticking to the shadows, letting the sound of the crowd mask your movement. Vathan is gliding on silent wings, and the demon, you hear the telltale sound of urine. The
Oh.
demon's is kind of up
I
against
thought
a
they-
wall.
I thought they went in the weird.
One
yeah,
of
I
them
thought
did
we were
not.
gonna go into the...
Red
One of
was
them did
going
not.
in the building.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
I
You
thought
guys
we were
went
going
in the
into
building.
building.
Okay, I thought you guys were following the one into the alleyway.
No,
Okay.
That being said, though,
that would have been hilarious.
that being said, you know what? Once Ren sees that, because she would have made sure that he's actually like not going to come in behind them.
Yeah, no. Yeah, he was
When she
going into a
sees
back
that,
alley.
she's gonna wait,
Okay.
and she's gonna follow in behind him when he opens the door, if he opens the door.
Okay.
Luffy is following Ren because she's mostly just making sure Ren doesn't...
Okay. So yeah, you guys see
Get
the
murdered.
demon. He's taking
Yeah.
a leak.
Okay,
That's important.
Ren waits.
And then it turns
We've
around
answered
and you
the
see
all-important question.
it's this green
Yeah.
it's this greenish colored, almost humanoid, but it's kind of hunched over and covered in barbs. Most
I thought
of
you
its
were
body
describing
is-
his urine for a moment.
Oh God!
No,
Oh
no.
God.
The creature himself, he's more like sharp barbs than any actual flesh.
Okay,
And
I know what this means out of character, and that
Yeah.
means he's not a demon.
He stalks past you guys without
Mhm.
seemingly taking notice, and then
Mhm.
ducks into the tavern.
All right, Ren follows behind him.
Okay.
Like as the door opens, Ren is like in behind him, so she doesn't have to touch the door or anything. She is, yeah.
Okay. Where is it? Let me go ahead and show you. Where is it?
Oh yeah, show us how fucked we are.
So, this is what
Just full of scaries.
Give me a second. There we go. So yeah, you guys head in. That's not the music I wanted, actually. That's battle music. You guys aren't
This is
quite
not
to that yet.
technically there.
Surprise, fighting time.
Yeah, you guys aren't quite.
We go in and an encounter immediately starts like FF7 style.
Yeah. You guys go in, and immediately the sound of an inn hits you. It is filled with creatures, goblins and kobolds mostly. But at the bar there are more creatures like the one that you saw. Sorry, I need to zoom in real quick on my screen. Yeah, you see like one more creature like what you saw up at the bar, and the one that you trailed is walking up to him, and they converse in this weird language. And flanking him on either side are these really small, hunched over, kind of fleshy-looking creatures. Music didn't kick in. Why is that? And the bar's, it's not terribly crowded. But again, it is demi-humans, basically. You definitely stand out.
Well, they're stealthing.
If anyone
Yeah,
noticed
well,
them, that
yeah,
would be.
those of you who
Yeah.
went inside are standing out. Those of you that are inside are stealthed, kind of sticking to the shadows, but you don't belong. That much is clear.
Yeah.
Can Luffy gather anything that they're saying over where they've convened?
Sorry, I'm checking the distance over here in my head, while also turning down the music. You can catch snippets of it because one is facing away from you and one is facing you. So you catch the one that's facing you, and it says you see the word commander on its lips, or where its lips should be. And there's a moment where he doesn't speak, or it doesn't speak again. And then there's again like getting ready. The word Lorat. And then it nods. And then waiting for Balon. You don't get anything else though, just from reading the lips.
Luffy looks at how royally screwed they are in here, and she looks at Ren like, and it's a look that reads, buddy. Oh, mi amigo.
Ren understands that look intimately. And she's not here to pick a fight, but she is most certainly here to finish one if one gets picked with them. That being said, she's mostly here for recon.
Okay.
So she gives Laffy a look like we're staying as long as we can.
Okay.
Vathan in particular, he's still at the spot, but he pointedly gets away from the doorway.
Okay. Yeah,
Yeah.
Vathan is like flown up to the rafters and is just kind of perching in the shadows up there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Shit,
Ren
why didn't we just send Vathan in?
Good. Yeah, I mean, to be fair, Vathan can't read lips, doesn't know abyssals.
That's true. That's true. Luffy also has her shadow thingy, though.
That is
Oh shit. Luffy is going to. Oh, fucking. I hate this. I don't like this. We're in so much trouble. Where are the people on this map that we are looking at?
What do you mean?
Like who are we looking at? Is it these people right here?
Yes.
Okay.
I
All
think I have
right.
it going on there.
Oh, there's another.
So
Yeah, it's the two.
they're both there. Yeah. All right. I really don't. I'm gonna throw up. So Luffy is probably what do the people behind the bar look like?
Giant pig people.
Hey.
Lovely.
Giant pig people. That's beautiful. That's just great. Laffy looks at Ren and she's like, alright, here's the deal. We're gonna have to act like we belong here, right? Do you have any sort of magical spell that will make us look like we fit here?
Ren's gonna just casually review her spells.
Just
doing like a mental check.
Thinking about it.
yeah. You can actually hear the gears in Ren's head just.
They're very like loud and very clearly they don't turn very often, so they're kind of
Oh
rusty.
my god.
And then Ren is like, I could make me look like a tiefling.
Laffy nods and she's like, alright, here's the deal. I'm gonna go sit at a table. Maybe you can come with me, but at some point they're gonna wanna know why we aren't ordering drinks, right? You probably should have made yourself look like a tiefling before we came in. And Laffy goes to go sit down at this table because, you know, it's the close. Well, no, because like, all right, there's people here, so yeah, she's gonna have to sit at this table. It's the only table where she can read their lips
Okay.
and sit at a nice vantage where she can fucking see them.
I
Right,
mean, to
Ren-
be fair, it's also the only table that isn't necessarily occupied, so.
Yeah,
Ren-
exactly.
Exits the door by slipping out completely silently.
Okay. Yeah.
And she walks around the corner
Okay.
into an alleyway that is
Okay.
unoccupied.
What are you doing with
And
Faith
let
in
me
there?
just see what
I'm just
spell
moving
does.
him around.
Okay.
I mean, he's up in the rafters,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. I
So
was
he's
I
just going where he can see.
Okay. Yeah, I was just like, what? Brandon, Miss, you two are still outside, right?
Yep,
Yeah.
Mist is.
Let me go ahead.
You see Ren enter an alleyway by herself.
Mist doesn't see shit. she's
Fair enough.
really
Probably just
engrossed in
like-
that book, which is actually Faith and watching everything.
Brand's probably just like, what is she doing?
It's red
Right.
nose.
Alright, so Ren, you cast your spell.
She did it.
Alright.
That you don't need to roll anything for that, do you?
No. So
Okay.
she looks like a slightly chubby tiefling.
And you walk back in, and are you still
Yeah.
stealthy or no?
Yeah, you know what? Fine. She's still
Alright.
stealthy.
Reroll your
Until
stealth.
she obviously sits down.
Yeah, then
like-
reroll your stealth. With pass without a trace on. Yeah, you're
Okay.
Damn.
fine. You're
She doesn't even exist right
yeah,
now.
like when you
no one
move,
sees
you
Ren.
are like basically gonna do the shadow equivalent of like teleport. You're gonna nightcrawler basically. You're gonna bamf.
That is amazing.
but yeah.
Laffy doesn't even see Red when she sits
Yeah.
down.
Laffy,
Laffy's just-
where you are, you hear like kind of the familiar grunts and growls of Abyssal being spoken.
Yeah, she's sat that way she can look at the two instead of one facing away from her.
You can absolutely hear them too. It's not
Oh,
super
okay.
clear, but you can hear them. So Ren, you move over there and sit down as well.
Ren goes to the bar and orders 2 drinks.
Okay.
Oh, Ren, no.
The bartenders give you a funny look, but make up your drinks and slide them over to you.
Oh God.
And she walks back over to Laffy and she sets the drinks down.
Good thing
Okay.
they speak common.
Yeah, it's you know.
Yeah.
She's
So,
a tiefling. She's a half-breed. You know,
Yeah,
it's not that
so Ren,
unusual.
you can't understand what's being said, but Laffy, you can. And
Nope.
at your distance, between reading their lips and actually hearing the bits of conversation, again, they reiterate the Hua will finally be destroyed once and for all. This war will finally end. Balon's commanders are gathering what is necessary to take the fight to the Hua. And one of them mentions Lorat is finding mercenaries. They say, yeah, he recently bought up a band. He managed to buy someone's loyalty. There's another called Baresh, who seems like he is looking into magical things to try and find new ways to use spellcraft. Working with a mage that is well known for experimental magecraft. And then there's Saline, who is trying to buy up weapons and armor, but they mentioned that he's getting frustrated because people aren't really willing to work with him. But he's still trying. And then after that, they're bantering back and forth. The two creatures on either side are just kind of grunting and like slavering and making like noises. They're not speaking. They don't look capable of speech.
Oh my god.
Okay.
And the two barbed things, after they've said this, and this has been over the course of a longer conversation, they're bantering back and forth, making jokes that you don't get. That's about it from what you've gotten.
An inconspicuous amount of time later, Ren finishes her drink
Yeah.
and then gets up.
Offie is gonna follow her, and they're just two pals sharing a drink.
Okay.
friends
One of the
being
creatures
pals.
looks over their shoulder at you guys, and their eyes follow you as you go out. And then you guys step back outside.
Vathan stayed there for a little bit. I mean, Vathan's waiting until the doors open, obviously, but the ones that followed them out, did they actually follow? Does it look like they're talking between each other?
Nobody followed them out.
Okay.
Like one of them just watched them leave.
It didn't look like they were like whispering to each other afterward or anything.
No.
Okay.
No.
Then Vathan follows
All
the
right.
rest of them.
So you guys step back outside.
Yep.
Fluffy is gonna find. Fluffy is actually she's gonna just slip into something more comfortable, like an alleyway.
Okay. You guys step off to the, or you
Vathan.
step off to the side, in an alleyway.
Vathan follows and
Just to in case someone follows them out, she
Bran
waits a
doesn't-
little bit.
Yeah, Bran doesn't immediately follow them when they come out. Instead, he stays where he is and just kind of watches the door for a bit to see
Okay.
if anyone follows them out.
No one follows.
All right, sick. Luffy walks out, and she's like, "All right, let's fucking go."
Ren
Let's
remains as a
leave.
tiefling until they're
So
At the Adventurers Guild.
okay, you head back to the Adventurers Guild. You open the doors, you head on in. Would you guys like to end there for the night or continue on a little bit? This is a good place to end.
I mean, it is 11:30.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm fine with ending.
Okay. Well then, we will see you guys later, Internet. Thank you for sticking around
Goodbye,
for our
Internet.
stream.
a
Goodbye.
Goodbye.